If you want to try a different skate company that's really raw and like in your face with like creativity and stuff like that, then try Heroin Skateboard Decks. Yes, they look huge and they have awesome graphics. But the coolest thing about them is the wheelbase. Since the wheelbase is more in and more like a 775, even though this deck is huge, you could still do any trick you want to do off of it. Get you a Heroin Skateboard deck. Oh yeah, don't forget, get wheel wells. Because you try to do like tricks, these little things right here will save your skate career and you'll love it even more. They help you to turn deeper and not crash out on the board and like leave you skids and stopping you from your momentum so you're not flying off the board. Just a little tip. Now listen to the Offbeat Podcast. This podcast is all about moving differently and thinking differently. Welcome to Offbeat Hustle, the podcast where we challenge the norms, rewrite the rules, and talking about what it really takes. Rethinking how we approach success and how we move differently to get there. Today's episode, we're talking about breaking the mold. Because, let's be real, most people follow the same formula, hoping for different results. But the ones who truly make it, they think different, they move different, and they're not afraid by challenging the status quo. If you're tired of playing by the rules that don't serve you, you're ready to step in your own lane and create success your own way, then this episode is for you. 90% of y'all who watch my content aren't subscribed. No need to wait. Just go ahead and click that subscription button. I'm gonna be dropping nothing but new content every single day, new video every single day. And now that I have my OBS up, oh, you know it's going down. So the grind is live. And if you want to be a part of this community, we're learning skateboarding, we're doing different things, we're having different mindsets, and having that new vision of this realm of reality that we're in will just help you to elevate yourself, your skating, and whatever you have to tackle within this life that you want to put up on your plate. Let's start with this. Why does thinking differently really matter? According to scientists, psychologically, the group mentality can evolve with two or more having the yes men effect. Basically agreeing, not counteracting, not challenging beliefs in order to form different viewpoints, see a different reality of what the situation is, or just expanding the thought process so that we can all communicate effectively. Did you know that 90% of all of our interactions in life is about conveying a message or just communicating? So the part where the feeling comes in of anger, disgust, anguish, when someone says this phrase, just shut up, or they try to end your communication of conveying that message, is basically like saying, go ahead and unalive. Because most of our life is made of just giving out a message. So my ears stay attuned to new ways, new thought patterns, and I never want to be stuck in a cyclical pattern, in an endless loop, just degrading and being an old man holding on to obsolete ideals and navigating through life thinking that exactly is how life is, point blank, 2D, there's nothing there, and just shutting myself off from all of this spiritual and universal downloads from that major creator up above. But I believe throughout history, it's been like this. People have been getting new ways of thoughts, new downloads from the spirits, and trying to give it out to the masses. But with the advent of YouTube and this content creation era, we're able to get a message across a lot faster, across seas, without as much ad hominem or blocking of our message. It does get blocked. I mean, we're not, a pure nirvana society. There's going to be powers to be that try to stop certain messages, but in a whole, we're able to convey that message and get it across major platforms or major areas where people need to hear it and get to those people because of this algorithm. But getting back to the question, why does thinking different actually matter? Well, let's look at history. Every major innovator, whether it's Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, or even someone like Jay-Z, didn't just follow a playbook, they rewrote it. People operate in a cycle. They follow the trends. They just repeat what's already been done. According to the book, A Habit Loop, we are habit-seeking people. In order to stop something that we want to do that's detrimental to our lives, we have to implement a new habit within this loop in order to forge a new loop, and it just keeps going on and on and on. It's normal. Usually, it's very normal for people to just follow this, not knowing a different way. But rarely do they stop and ask, is this the way? Truth is, questioning your beliefs is not a bad thing. Challenging your beliefs to see if they stand the test of time is the most critically thinking, positive thing you can do for yourself. So you're not stuck in the dogma of a certain ideal that is not factual, that's capped, that you can form your whole life's identity off of. You need to challenge these things like I do myself and put in I forms. Because if you tell somebody something, a lot of people don't listen. But if you guide them to that knowledge, then it helps out in the long run. And this is one thing that's been helping me throughout all the years of being in my adult age. Biggest breakthroughs from people who dare to ask different questions. So here's the challenge. Ask yourself, what's one belief I've been following that may hold me back? Is it that success requires a college degree? Or that you need money to make money? Is that you have to work 80 hours a week in order for yourself to be successful? Challenge those beliefs and see what happens. Thinking differently is just the first step. The real magic happens when you move differently. Let me explain. Most people set goals, but they execute those goals the exact same way that everybody else does. Hey, they want to start a business. So they read the same books, follow the same gurus, and copy the same business plans. The ones who actually break through that cycle always do something unconventional. Let's take Kobe Bryant, for example. Everybody in the NBA trained hard, but Kobe, he was in the gym at 4 a.m. getting extra reps before the competition even woke up. Now that's moving differently. Or let's even think about content creators on YouTube. Some people grind for years and have no results. While others find a niche, a nice new way to present content and blow up overnight. It's not luck, it's strategy, because they move differently. Yourself. Am I moving differently in pursuit of my goals? Am I just following a blueprint? Or am I forging my own path? Let's look at some more real-life examples of people who flipped the script. Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, didn't have experience in fashion or business. Instead of getting stuck on that, she used it as an advantage. She saw the industry from a completely different angle, solved a problem others overlooked, and became a billionaire. Nipsey Hussle, instead of following the traditional music industry model, he sold his mixtapes for $100 each. People thought he was crazy, but that move set him apart and built exclusivity and led to a major cultural shift. I know one thing that may be slowing you down. It slowed me down in the beginning as well, because I've been following the path carved for me that's been outside of my realm of understanding. And I've been really being the passenger in this journey and reflecting on the blessings that was bestowed upon me while I've been blindly, but with 100% faith, following this process that I don't know what the outcome is going to be, except for the success that it's going to bring, the prestige, and the new way of thinking that's going to gravitate our whole mindset into a new era, a new beginning, to where creation and interpolation of information that we get in is really going to become a factor when AI and computing becomes more of an extension of our thoughts in order to put an illustration to what we're thinking. So here's my challenge for you. Take one goal that you have right now and think about, what's one way that normal people would do this, and do the complete opposite. Hey, maybe it's marketing yourself in a completely different way, or learning from an unusual source, or just taking a different approach that nobody's thinking about at all. This will be the bread and butter, or the glue that binds everything together for your success. That's a wrap for today's first episode of Offbeat Hustle. Remember, success ain't just about working harder. It's about working smarter, questioning the norm, and daring to be different. If this episode sparked anything within you, share this video with a friend. And if you have a story or example of how you switched lanes in your life and started thinking differently and moving differently, comment down below or hit me up on my social media. I'm on every platform under McFish Sandwich, and we'll share those stories on my Twitch, Fakey Varial Flip. Till next time, keep moving different and keep thinking different.